So Jordan, of course, you're hosting the video today, but you've got a tendency to ramble, and we really got to keep this thing streamlined. So sorry to do this to you. I'm shooting on the Canon EOS R5 today. It's a hot day. I'm shooting 4K HQ. This thing's gonna overheat. I give you 20, 25 minutes tops.
Welcome back, DPReview TV viewers. It's Jordan Drake here for what is going to have to be a very short episode, given our Canon R5 situation that Chris has selected, to talk about the main camera equipment that we use to shoot our show. Now, I got this idea because a couple of weeks ago, Gerald Undone had a bunch of excellent creatives on his YouTube channel talking about their A camera setup, their primary camera setup. I was one of them, but honestly, I had to keep my clips super short, and there's a lot of stuff that I really wanted to talk about I didn't get a chance to, so that's what this video is for. Today we're going to look at the main camera equipment that I use in order to shoot our show. So the camera I use actually varies a lot, because we kind of have a rule where if we can get our hands on two cameras for review, we'll shoot the episode on that same camera. And if we're talking about video features of a camera, I will always shoot that on the camera that we're reviewing. But if that's not an option, then my primary camera is the Panasonic S1H. I've been using Panasonic for quite a few years now, and I want to address the elephant in the room, which is their autofocus system. Now, it's improved over time, but it's still not super dependable. Now, I can absolutely see if you're filming yourself all the time or it's in a studio, you're gonna need good autofocus. However, we shoot our show a little different from a lot of people in that we try to get out in the field, like we are right now, as often as possible. And generally someone is operating the camera, either myself or Chris. So we are manually focusing when we do that. That means that autofocus isn't a big limitation, and this has a ton of huge advantages. One of the biggest advantages is something that's very important on a day like today. We have a fan in this thing, so there are no overheating issues with this whatsoever. We've also got a bunch of fantastic video assist tools that we're just not finding in a lot of other cameras right now. This is one of the few mirrorless cameras that offers you a waveform. We also have shutter angle, so I can change frame rates all the time and not have to worry about maintaining a proper shutter speed when we're doing that. But the biggest thing is this uses Panasonic's full V-Log profile, which is my absolute favorite log profile available right now. Tons of dynamic range, still quite easy to grade. It's a pleasure to work with when we've got high contrast scenes. Camera's not a terribly useful thing if you don't have a lens to go with it. And I'm going to bore you now because my lens of choice when we're out shooting in the field is the bread and butter of focal lengths. It's the Panasonic 24-70 2.8 lens. This is an excellent lens. And if I were strictly looking at it in terms of needing the range and wanting good optics, I would really look at the Sigma 24-70. Excellent lens for the price. However, this has a focus clutch. And as mentioned, we're manually focusing all the time. It makes a world of difference for us. As well, this is a very well breathing corrected lens, so I can pull focus from background to foreground without a lot of distracting zooms in it. Yes, this is a more expensive option, but for what we do, we think it's worth it. For doing gear reviews, I would argue that audio quality is actually more important than video quality. Now, we've been using wireless microphones for a long time now, but we have gone through endless systems, Rode, Sennheiser, Deity. It seems like we've tried them all, and what we've settled on right now is the Rode Wireless Go 2. Now, I really like this because it lets us run two transmitters into a single receiver, but it'll just go into a regular 3.5mm mic jack, so we can use it with all kinds of different cameras instead of needing an expensive XLR adapter to plug that in. The other thing I really like with this is it's just very compact and very discreet. Now, we do not use the mic capsules that are built into these because it looks stupid.
10 minutes, Jordan. We're down to 10 minutes.
Oh, come on.
10 minutes. It's not me, it's the camera.
So we use lavalier capsules to record our audio, and right now I'm using the Rode Lavalier Go. It's actually not my favorite microphone. I actually prefer the Sanken Cause 11s, but they're actually so sensitive that we can't plug them into a lot of transmitter systems, including the Rode Wireless Go 2 that we're using right now. Now, you might be wondering where the mics are. If it's really cold outside and we're wearing winter jackets, we'll still clip them on the outside because we don't want jacket rustling. But if it's a warmer day, we always try to hide those microphones. So right now, I'm wearing that microphone capsule inside a Rode Invisolav. It's like a little jelly thing that keeps any kind of clothing noise from causing issues, or wild manly chest hair can also be a problem in those situations. And we just attach them with Rycoat stickies. These are great little double-sided stickies, super light, and they really hold on through a full day's shooting. That's how we record our audio. All right, last thing, let's talk about
Good,
camera
because we're
support.
down to the 5-minute warning. You
What?
don't have any time. Look, don't be
5
6, take
minutes?
break.
Okay, I very rarely hand hold a camera or use a tripod. Almost everything that we shoot is on a video monopod. I've been using them for years, and this is the iFootage Cobra 2. It is the best video monopod we've ever used. I love it so much. We've got a full review on the channel. You should watch that because we're running out of time really quick. But Cliff Notes version, it's a lightweight but incredibly solid monopod, and I love that it has a hi-hat mode where you turn it into a tabletop tripod. It's incredibly solid.
Yeah, go watch the video. We're out of time. Okay, cut.
Bye. All right, let's wrap this up very quickly because apparently the overheat light is flashing. This was a brilliant idea, Chris.
You wanted the S1H in the video beside you. Your fault.
So let's see if there's any quick takeaways. The main one, I think, is yes, our camera and lens combination is quite expensive, but we're out shooting in different light levels where that log profile is very handy, and different temperatures where we need a camera that's not going to overheat. If you're not in those situations, you probably don't need something like that. But a lot of the accessories, they're quite affordable and they're all very compact. So I do think you can put together a really complete YouTube shooting in the field package for not a terribly expensive price. We've certainly scaled back from big tripods and a lot of expensive audio gear to something really simple and really functional, and I think that's the best way to go. Hopefully you got some useful information out of this. If you're curious about any part of our A-roll setup, please let us know in the comments below. We got to rush here. If you'd like to see a B-roll episode, maybe we'll do that. Maybe leave a comment in there as well. And you should definitely subscribe because our channel